Sorry about that. Something incredibly convenient just happened. I got a phone call from what I believe is a scam number, or just wrong number they dialed. Anyway, like I said, LeBron chose LA. And I don't think Brady may have chose Tampa. I mean, I never realized they were that good, honestly. That they were that stacked. And actually a better example of this is J.J. Watt. He didn't win any rings, but he's also not a quarterback, the quarterback is the only position that people care about rings for in the NFL. Because they're the leader. So the 3 stages: prove it stage, you drop 40 a night, you're obviously incredible. Second stage, the ring stage, they start to question you, but you prove them wrong. Third stage, which is only a stage that the best get to, it's a lifestyle. Like Jordan went to the Wizards, it was kind of a business thing. He could have been an owner or anything like that, Now Zion could do something that LeBron and AD didn't do. LeBron and AD accepted the second contract they got. Like, LeBron and AD were on rookie deals, obviously, and then they got the second contract, and they were like, yeah, I'll play here for a bit. What happened? AD had to request a trade to get out. LeBron had to wait another 3 years to get out of Cleveland, to go to Miami, and became the most hated player in the league. A lot of bad things can happen to you if you sign the second contract. So Zion can say, you know what, I got 9 years to crush it. And also, he can also say, I have an injury history. I have 9 years to crush it. And this way I don't have to have a bloody exit. No messy exit like AD had or LeBron had, Just clean break, And I mean, the injury history, AD signed a 5-year deal. Most injury-prone players sign guaranteed contracts to get the money in case they get injured. But, LeBron dropping 40 a night, losing to Orlando. I mean, Orlando was good, but it's annoying when you keep losing to the same team. He was losing to Orlando, the Celtics. It was annoying, You had to go to another team to get over the hump. But I bet if you ask LeBron now, would you sign that 3-year contract? He'd probably say no. He'd say, no, I probably would have, went to a contender. Maybe if I did that, I'd have more rings than Jordan right now, and I wouldn't be in this mess. Wouldn't that have been something? If LeBron went to a different team earlier and won more rings, then he could have had more. So not only would he have made more than 10 finals, first of all, that's incredible, he probably would have won more rings. So he probably would have had 6 he probably would have won 2 rings at most, So, but think about that. 12 finals appearances, that's tied for an NBA record. That's more finals appearances than, I think, all but 3 franchises. And he won 6 rings, tied with Jordan. That would make for a much better argument than what he has right now. 4 and 6. A losing record is just not going to get you anywhere. But alright, let's get some music going here. Alright. Okay, hold on, let's get this working here. Having a bit of connection issues today, so, let's see if this works out. Alright, there we go. It's not really the thing I was looking for. But I hope Zion doesn't sign that. Unless the Pelicans, because they do have a bright future, unless they do pick something up and start winning, as long as it's not all Zion, like the Cavs, they were making the playoffs, they made the finals once, but, that was clearly all LeBron. So as long as you're not putting your body through more than you should, then you can stay there, but if you're just not winning and not, and you have to do everything for them, then, leave them. Don't feel guilty. I think LeBron would have done the same thing if he could go back. Alright, here we go. So Mitch Trubisky signed with the Bills. I was a little confused, when this happens, but, I heard he chose he chose to be a backup for Josh Allen over being a starter for the Broncos. Now, it actually is it's not even that tough of a question. Do you want to start in Denver for more money? Do you want to start for a dysfunctional franchise for more money? Or be a backup for less money for a team that might win the Super Bowl in a couple years? Maybe even this year. And it's worse for Trubisky. He's been in a dysfunctional organization. And Denver's in hell too. So do you want to go to Denver and get crushed by Herbert, Carr, and Mahomes? And Vic Fangio is probably going to get fired too. So, I get both sides of the deal. I think it's great. Trubisky is very much a capable backup. He's not a good starter at all, but he's a capable backup, definitely. So in case anything happens to Josh Allen, you got someone back there. Trubisky, he gets to play for a contender, so good. So, despite the signing of Ryan Fitzpatrick, Washington is strongly considering drafting a quarterback at 19. It's going to be tough to do, especially since they're probably going to pick a quarterback in the second round, They could probably get J.C. Horn, possibly. Alright, I'll wait for the music to get back on. Sorry. Kind of cut out there for a bit. But, they might be able to get J.C. Horn. And then, they only need a corner and a quarterback. But, you shouldn't if you have to say, oh, we need a quarterback, you can't just say that and chill, But I guess this is a good idea. You have a grown-up like Fitzpatrick behind a rookie. The Dolphins almost made the playoffs this year, and a 10-6 team would have made the playoffs in this division this year. So, I don't really get what they're doing though. Like, I don't, whatever. I'm sure they know what they're doing. I'm just gonna trust it. So Blake Griffin made kind of a funny point yesterday. He said all he's heard is how bad he is, and now when he joins the Nets, it's all, unfair. It's a funny point, because it was like, Blake, it was all like, oh, Blake's done, he's terrible. Then he goes to the Nets, and it's like, what? Unfair. This is an outrage. How much help does KD need? All this to be a 36-year-old? Look at Dwight Howard, though. Dwight Howard last year, he's in a similar position that Blake Griffin was in, it looked like he was done and everything, and then he joined LeBron, and he was actually, a key piece to that title team, obviously Blake is not going to be a good 1 or 2 anymore, but, the Nets, they have KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, so, Blake Griffin doesn't have to be a good 2 or 1. He could be a good 4. So, alright. So, there's going to be two quarterbacks in the draft that are probably going to succeed. Trevor Lawrence is a generational talent. He probably will succeed. I mean,